Hello and welcome back to another episode of ISO Insiders.
Yo.
Yep, we are back, y'all. It's been a minute.
It's been a little while.
It's been a couple months.
But, more than a couple technically.
Yeah, we are. You might see some things that look a little different around here. But that's just, we're currently building out the space a little bit better.
We're trying to improve it and trying to make it a little bit more fancy.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yes. But in the past, let's see, 8 months? It was like
something. No. Wait, hasn't it been
April,
May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
Is it 8 months?
8 to 9 months.
8 to 9 months.
God damn.
We've been off your feed. You probably noticed some stuff that have been going on our channel there. We launched Gaming for the Culture.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a new season going to be shot next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a whole thing. So it will look better than what it is now. But, we had to get the stuff out what we had. So
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And also there was a chance we were going to move and change studios as well until we decided to stay here for a little bit longer. So
yeah,
there's a lot of things in flux
with
the direction we want to take the studio and our projects. So bear with us, people.
Yeah.
Just bear with us.
It'll take some time. But, in the meantime, a lot of stuff has happened between April and December. A lot of products was put out. A lot of things that,
products were delayed.
Yep. One of which was a big part is like production. One was from Black Magic, their new ATEM, which is now coming out, which is $2,500.
Oh, chump change.
But it's really cool. But we're not gonna get into that though. But one of the things that definitely helped, like one of the big releases is when it comes to editing. So DaVinci Resolve 20 dropped. So the studio version, I would say,
the one you got to pay for.
Right, the $300 one. It's $300 though. So
wait, didn't DaVinci? I heard that DaVinci was planning on introducing subscriptions or something.
Something like that. I haven't seen it
because of the whole AI.
Right, because of the credits and stuff. That. So I can see them doing that. Yeah, but I don't know.
No, DaVinci, don't do it. Come on, you were the alternative to Adobe Premiere. Come on.
Right, and one of the things that they've implemented is this thing called IntelliScript.
Oh, what's that?
And so it is, but they put like over 100 features in there. Like it's a lot, dude. And I've been messing around with it too as well, and it has things like smart multicam, animated subtitles. Like it's really cool. Like I've been trying to like mess around more with it and stuff like that. But the coolest thing I found was overdubbing, where so it's a little weird, right? So pretty much you can take, like, say you had like a WAV file, like how we're having a conversation. Like if I were to mix this down, put it into one thing, I can then tell DaVinci Resolve, hey, here's my audio, separate our voices. And then it would create 2 tracks for you.
Really?
Yeah. Now, obviously, it has to be really good where it's like you need proper recording. It can't just be like everybody just kind of like yelling over each other. Yeah. It's going to have a hard time with that. And I've tried a file like that.
Did not work.
Did not work. It was cutting off people's voices here and there. It didn't really know how to parse everything.
That makes sense.
And it helps like if you wait. If each person wait to have say something, because if you don't, then you're gonna run into all kinds of issues with that sort of thing.
That sounds pretty cool, and
yeah,
I wish I was more into DaVinci Resolve, but every time I get back into it, eventually I'm reminded that it's node-based editing, not layer-based editing.
Yeah,
and that always throws me off. So like, I understand how powerful the software is, obviously, and all the features that you get with it.
Yeah,
Something about layer-based editing, it just relaxes my soul until the program crashes.
I prefer layer-based. That's why that's why we can get into Premiere Pro.
And After Effects. Yeah. I will sit there and do and everything in After Effects.
I tried to do the node thing in Resolve. I'm like, my mind, and I've looked at tutorials and stuff like that. It's like, this doesn't compute to me. It's like, layers make more sense to me.
Bro, I was doing node-based compositing in college when I was using Nuke. And Nuke is like the robust version, like the real robust version of After Effects. And I would be struggling trying to keep track of what I'm supposed to do. And it's supposed to be easy because it's node-based, and my brain just could not make sense of it.
No, yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm struggling with it right now because I'm trying to figure, because there's so many different layers that's built into it. and it's like you have to like know what goes where and have to connect these lines. I'm I need more practice. But
which is funny because this program could save you so much money.
Oh yeah.
But every time I try to cancel my Adobe subscription, then I use something like the Photoshop remove tool.
Right.
And then I'm
dynamic
just like,
text.
how can I cancel my subscription when Adobe is over here doing things that the other software is not?
It just does. Yeah. And now they're built into it now instead of like getting a plug-in to do it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And with their latest Adobe Max, now a lot of the AI tools that are been separate now are now in Photoshop.
Oh, like
Topaz and Firefly and I think Claude and some other stuff, like anything to do with video or anything to do with pictures, like it's all in there now. And I'm like, huh. It's like,
and that's actually something that, it's a good thing that you brought it up because Topaz is something that we use
here
at the studio.
It's been added.
But now it's added to Photoshop. And I think you have to pay a subscription now for the credits or something like that. Because I saw there was a lot of blowback.
There's a limited amount you can use per model. And if you go over that, then I think they either stop you completely or you just go back.
I think it's more than that. Like, let's say you try to get Topaz photo or video outside of Photoshop.
Oh.
That's more of a subscription-based version now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people complaining about that.
I do have the Topaz desktop, the gigapixel and photo. Like I did see some update about, hey, you wanna no, I'm not. It's like I'm good.
It works just fine.
Yeah, I'll stay within the what I already paid for, and that's it. I'm good with that.
Agreed.
So, but DaVinci Resolve, like a lot of AI stuff. Same thing with Adobe. A lot of AI stuff that's been announced and stuff like that, especially in like Premiere Pro. You can extend your clips, extend your audio.
Yeah, I was seeing that you could do I think it's After Effects or is it also Adobe Premiere? You can do generative fill to extend your footage like up to 2 seconds.
Yeah. So you can like fill a gap.
What?
In After Effects, you can now bring in native 3D objects. You don't need like Cinema 4D or any of that stuff. You just like bring it in and it has all the controls and everything.
Really?
Yeah. In After Effects beta, but it hasn't come to the regular After Effects. But I tried it out. It does work as they say it does. You can actually create it from in there. You can create the primitives directly. So you can just like create a circle and then you have all these controls and whatnot.
That's insane because, back in the day before we really had Cinema 4D integration, you used to have to use the Video Copilot version.
Right. To open up Element 3D.
Element 3D. Yes, Element 3D. Right. And use that, man.
And bring that in. You don't need that no more. It's like, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Technology is crazy. Yeah. What else we got?
So moving on to like hardware and camera stuff, like cameras and audio mostly. So Blackmagic released their Pixis 12K.
So wait, let me get this straight. Is that like the big version of what we got?
Pretty much. It's like broadcast. So like these are things you use in like either you're gonna broadcast or you're shooting a movie or something like that. I mean, these could shoot movies, but 50
could have used it to shoot the Diddy documentary on it.
No. Like,
no?
Well, no, you could. It's just that it's a very expensive camera, but not as expensive as other cameras.
I'm like, it's as expensive as an ARRI camera?
No, it's cheaper.
So it's a budget camera. It's a budget camera. Got you.
Yeah, it's like, but you can use it for, like technically I would say like if you're a high-end indie creator, that sort of thing, you could probably do that.
Or like a nature videographer or something like that.
Yeah. And it comes with a shit ton of like, options and, it can live stream, it can do all this stuff. You can plug that your audio directly into it and stuff like that. So it's a pretty robust camera overall. Like,
it's cool.
So also Zoom released a new pod track.
Oh.
So P4 apparently it has like AI built in or whatever. This was like in October, I think.
What doesn't have AI built in somehow?
It's supposed to be AI noise reduction. So it's supposed to be smart, which cool. Voice compression.
That can be helpful.
I think a lot of people have a hard time trying to figure out how to do that well. Because in a lot of even the stuff we use and stuff like that, we still have to adjust per person's voice. So you have AI that can like learn someone's voice and like adjust your microphone to help out with that. I think that's a good thing.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It removes an extra step for you.
Absolutely.
Now, how good it is, I have no clue.
Something
like,
we got to test.
We don't have one, so it's like, maybe I'll get one. I don't think it's that expensive. I think it's like $200, $300 or something like that.
It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst. So who knows, and it can help you out with like if you're just starting out like a podcast and you don't want to worry about all this other stuff. Pick that or whatever the case may be. Sony, they have refreshed their cameras, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ZV-E10 II.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that a while ago, and I just didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, which is like there's a vlog camera, right?
Yeah.
So apparently they added like 4K 60 recording.
Is that cropped or no? Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
it's probably cropped.
Yeah, so it's like, and apparently it added a 26 megapixel APS-C sensor.
Crop.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So the C is for crop. It's like, but also the big news is the Sony A7 4.
A7 5.
Yeah,
I have the 4. I shoot on the 4.
Yeah.
But the 5 is the kind of camera I would buy and use it strictly as a video camera. Because I have the 4.
Do you know anybody who has it?
The 5?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Ah, man.
I mean, the camera body is like $2,900.
Oh, well, maybe we can. How about this? That would probably be our next episode. Let's talk, see if we can deep dive into it, and hopefully we can contact somebody who maybe they have it.
Maybe on ShareGrid or something. But yeah. I would love to get that camera body. It's just that that's a lot of money to drop on a camera body at the moment.
Pretty much, yeah.
That I'm not gonna necessarily.
That's somebody's rent.
Rent, mortgage, car payment,
all that good stuff.
Yeah, but I'm excited for that. I am excited for that camera.
Yeah, we can definitely get. I would say, let's see if we can find. If somebody has it, let us know.
Or maybe we just wait till I buy it.
Yeah, or come on the show. Let's have a conversation. But anyway, moving on to podcast production tech. There's been a few things that has, I would say Spotify is starting to become where everybody goes now to start to publish their podcasts. Right?
Is that becoming the de facto go-to, how Google?
It's free.
Google is the default search engine.
Right, exactly. So it's because it's free, you can distribute from there. It has analytics and yada yada and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of you sign in, you do your thing, you upload, boom, you're good to go. And also on top of that too, they let you do video. So,
I don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music. So this is news to me.
Listen,
all I know is from what I've seen recently on my Instagram stories, Spotify telling people's ages based on the music that they're listening to, and then
the Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, the Spotify Wrapped thing. I'm just seeing people post that. Meanwhile, I get the 2025 recap from YouTube, which is not as exciting, I guess, as Spotify, but still cool to me.
Because you would think that YouTube was supposed to be the bigger one for
video
podcasts.
Yeah, you would think,
but apparently Spotify somehow beat. It's weird. I don't know what that metric is, what people are doing, but I think because Spotify does both, maybe that's why. Because you probably have because technically when you're watching a video podcast on Spotify, you don't have to you can just turn on the audio version of it and it just plays that for you, so you don't have to go one or the other.
I mean, if you're on your phone, I think
probably most people probably just pick audio.
No. I mean, if you're playing a video on your phone, right?
Yeah,
and it's like a podcast. I believe there's a way to just hit a button, and it goes to audio only.
Oh, really?
I believe. Okay.
So you can just switch in between them.
I know definitely for music videos when I'm playing on YouTube Music, it could play the video, or it could just play the audio. Yeah. I don't know what's going on that side.
the churring.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys heard that, but but yeah. So Spotify is they're trying to dominate. They've been trying to do this for a while.
Do you think that that YouTube dropped the ball on this? Because I feel like you said, they were in a position to capitalize on the video podcast network.
They have it. Yeah, I would say what they need to allow for is file replacement. Because sometimes you make mistakes or whatever. They need to allow creators to replace a file if you make a mistake.
Don't they already allow that on YouTube?
No, you cannot. You cannot replace the file. You have to delete it and re-upload. So
I need to go look that up. I thought you could just do a file replacement.
No, you cannot do file replacement on YouTube. Trust me, I do this every day. It's Spotify lets you do file replacement. So you can just replace your file.
So wait, you will still maintain the same views and everything like that.
You keep your metrics and you just replace the file.
But if you do it on YouTube, it resets your metrics.
Exactly. You delete it, it's gone. You're done. So
oh well.
Also, Apple Podcasts rolled out transcripts now, so they expanded up to like 13 languages. So, which is cool. So, I would say if you, I guess, auto dub. I don't know how well it's gonna. I don't know how well our podcast will sound in Spanish or Portuguese or something like that. I have no clue, but that's probably something we could look into and see. Like, well, that'll be fun because then you can get like it can help other folks out or whatnot and just kind of help with that sort of thing. So it's like cool, Two other things. One thing I wanted to mention is Rode releasing some interesting new updates to their hardware. So the Rodecaster Pro and the Rodecaster Mini, I think it's called. I don't know, but there's like a big one, there's a small one. So just less inputs. And they now have the remote calling feature. So the way this works is, say you have one, I have one, you can like call me now on there, and then we can have a podcast, like, but audio only. You know what I'm saying?
So
you literally dial a number.
Do we have to have minutes for this thing?
Well, that's the thing. So I believe for just you and I, it's free. The more people you add, you have to then pay some sort of subscription. But there is no like minutes or anything like that. But
why is it always
a
subscription?
They gotta find a way to sell. They gotta sell the product, right? Bro, they gotta tell the
everything is a subscription now, man.
Yeah. Which I was like, damn. I was like, well, this kind of sounds like my idea. I think somebody's been listening to me. But anyway, it's like, but that's cool, I guess. But I would only say, pay for that sort of thing. If your podcast is making you money and then you can put that as a expense, I would say, yeah, sure, go right ahead, do it. Because then it eases up on a lot of things. It's like, all right, drop the files in Dropbox and send me the thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't have to like wait for the people remote folks to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Plus the cool part is you don't have to have, I believe you don't have to have the Rodecaster. You can just do it through a browser. So anybody could just join.
Oh, that's very convenient.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, cool. So you just send out the link and they join, kind of like Zoom, that sort of thing.
Oh, Google Meet.
Yeah, exactly. And the next thing that they added was, or I would say reduced, is their video switcher, the Rodecaster Video. Is that what it's called? Video. I don't know. It's a weird name, but their video switcher that they came out with earlier, I think last year. I want to say, now has a $500 variant, 3 HDMI. It still has the 2 XLR plugins, so you don't need an extra audio, whatever. But for $500, you get Super Source, which is fucking cool. Because for $500, you're not getting Super Source or anything. Like even what we have here costs way more than that, and we just got Super Source on it.
And for those of us who might be confused about what Super Source is,
just like side by side, the sort of thing, like the pretty much what you're seeing here, like and then but theirs can do like a couple of angles. I think you can only do like 3 or so.
Okay,
because it's like I said, but it has it still retains some of the wireless capabilities, like wireless microphones connected to it, so you can go to like more than 2 microphones in it. Wireless camera, attach like the NDI camera stuff with the iPhone, still there. That all that stuff is there, but for $500, it is 1080p 60. But I did see a lot of people complaining about no 4K. I'm like, wait, you're not getting 4K for $500. Calm down. It's
not even for Black Friday.
And then on top of that too, ISO recording, it still does that. Like ISO, it's like no, not happening. Calm down.
Take what you get.
Take what you get, and that's about it. But anyway. Moving on to streaming and live production, that's been a big thing this year for a lot of people. OBS. So OBS released like their new thing. Now you have you can see a native YouTube chat. And
just as a reminder, OBS is the free
open broadcast software.
Open broadcast. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like the free one that if you when a lot of people were starting out to stream and stuff like that, people get that. It's very powerful. It can definitely just eat the resources out of your computer.
Yeah.
But if you have all the stuff, all the things, but now it has a bunch of integration to you don't need to get these weird plugins anymore. for like the YouTube chat, and apparently Amazon IVS support. I don't know what the hell IVS support is, to be quite honest with you. This is something they added. I guess
in vitro support.
I guess. Sure.
That's something we'll look up later.
You can preview your scoreboard and stuff like that. But I'm guessing it's probably has something to do with like the live shopping thing.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can stream. It's hard to find them, but they're on your Amazon. If you go on Amazon and look up live shopping, you'll see a bunch of people live selling stuff on Amazon.
So this will be pretty good for TikTok shop affiliates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that could do. I mean, some people do live streaming on TikTok.
I see a lot because every time I try to scroll on my TikTok,
every other TikTok
is
join
somebody
my
on
live.
live.
I'm selling beds. I'm like,
yes,
what?
or something like that. I'm just like, I'm trying to go on my For You on my following page. Why am I getting random lives there?
I'm getting so much ads, bro. So much ads, and then in between actual people.
Yeah,
it's like
yep.
But YouTube also added. They started to add some AI stuff to it, like VO3. Everybody's, or not Nano Banana, but VO3. Yeah. And then
shout out to Nano Banana.
Yeah,
they're handy.
So VO3 helps, like, pretty much help. The way they're doing it is like it helps you create stuff. So it's not necessarily creating stuff for you. So like you can like brainstorm with it and stuff like that. Like when you log into your YouTube studio, you can like there's a little ask YouTube, like, and then you can just like come up with like titles, thumbnails, yada yada, that sort of thing. So cool stuff, I believe you can probably AI edit later, but I have no idea. But who knows? And apparently YouTube renames repetitious contents to inauthentic content for the monetization rules. So
what do you mean?
So pretty much is a policy update that clarifies that mass-produced or repetitive content is ineligible for monetization, emphasizing originality in an AI era. So I think what they're trying to do is recently I did see a video of this guy. I think he works for Vox Media. I could be wrong, but he's a journalist, and his editing style, phenomenal. I don't know why I can't remember his name, but I recognize his editing style. So something he realized, he saw another channel verbatim just ripping off his stuff, not the editing style, his videos.
Okay,
like they would like either verbatim download his video somehow and re-upload it back onto their channel and act like it's theirs.
Stealing content,
pretty much.
Oh,
or
that's what we do.
They would redo the video in the same similar style, but with the same dialogue. Not his dialogue, but like the same talking points. And apparently, this is not illegal. Now, I've never seen this until Vice, which has now been defunct. I'm seeing other channels upload their videos verbatim, like no change.
Wait, there are channels uploading Vice's content?
Because Vice is no longer...
And they're monetized?
I don't know. That's the thing. Because when I looked at it, I was like, because I would see the Vice logo in the thumbnail. It's the same thumbnail from the channel. And I was like, holy shit. It's like, and according to what YouTube is saying, apparently this is not illegal. And they can't really do anything about it. I was like, but apparently this is one way of doing it, because now it's repetitive content, because it's like
it has been uploaded already,
right? So they probably just gonna demonetize the channel, because it's like, well, if you're doing all this work, let's just make sure they don't make no money off of it. So it's like, that might help them stop, but we'll see. It's like we'll see. But there's been some industry shakeups in the business and stuff like that. So SAG-AFTRA video game strike ends with stronger AI protections, and that happened in July.
Yes, I remember that.
So the 2024 to 2025 SAG-AFTRA video game strike ends with a new interactive media agreement, including consent and disclosure requirements for AI digital replicas, plus pay increases. Everybody get more money.
Pay increases. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so that could, the expectations there is like, I guess, but in some ways I'm like, okay, because I think they reached something similar with the actors, right? The whole AI thing and whatnot, and like the writers. And I would say, well, I feel like the protections don't go far enough, because, AI is getting better. I should preface it. Generative AI is getting better.
Yeah.
Not AI. We do not have AI, guys. AI is just a marketing term right now. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it still needs human interaction. Like you still need to tell it what to do.
All the companies are racing towards to be the first to achieve general
AI, like actual AI. Sentient artificial intelligence. Which there was this weird article about. I think it was the New York Times. It was like a thing. It's really fucking weird. But we'll get into that another time. But yeah, I don't think the protections go far enough because I feel like it just kind of staves off what's happening. And it's like, no. It needs to be hard coded in. It's like, no, you can't do shit.
I don't think that's gonna
happen
without
humans.
There's too many. There's too many companies out there that's trying to go for full automation.
Right, which would save a lot of money. Like, what do you think about it?
In the short run, yeah.
Yeah.
In the long run, I think it's going to cost them more though when they realize that it's just not there yet.
Yeah, true that. But we'll see what happens with that in the future. I don't think it's enough. I think they should go further. But negotiations and stuff and what's for it. We'll see. There's going to be another strike. Mark my words. Next up, TikTok and iHeartRadio launched TikTok Podcast Network and TikTok Radio. It's like
I know on YouTube there's a TikTok Radio.
Right. And I wouldn't say I hate. I hate the way iHeart's website is. It's really bad. It's not good. But they're known to do this sort of thing, but it's kind of it's still hard to find these things. Like I have not seen this TikTok Podcast Network anywhere. It's like,
it's a hint.
Like
coming soon, guys. Coming soon.
It's a suggestion. And apparently, so iHeartRadio and TikTok partner to create the TikTok Podcast Network and TikTok Radio, bringing TikTok creators into long-form audio and video and across iHeart events. And iHeart always have these events all the time with the big music acts and stuff like that. Cool, I guess. Sure. But I haven't seen any of this shit. And we have podcast stuff posted on TikTok. Haven't been invited to nothing. So maybe we don't have enough people on there. We're not big enough. They're like, nah, they don't got big enough. Like they got like 3 people watching them. Yeah, but and then Spotify Wrapped 2025 leans into competition, clubs, and global events. Apparently, so apparently, I don't use Spotify, so I don't know.
I don't either.
Apparently, they introduce club rankings.
Club? What's a club?
I have no idea. And the listening age you were talking about earlier.
Wait, maybe a club is like a group of people with similar music tastes that you can go and like hang out in a room, like similar to how Twitter
I guess
had clubs?
So, like cliques or whatever. I was like, I would assume. It's like, oh, we have the Swifties over here. It's like
that'd be a very packed club,
right? The Swifties versus who was the other one? The Bards. I'm
about to say the Barbs,
yeah,
or
it's like,
what do you call the Beyonce ones? The
Beehive.
The Beehive.
Yeah. So who knows what that's all about?
What do they call the Cardi B ones? Because I forgot.
I don't know.
She has a name for hers, and
I forgot. I don't know.
I gotta look it up.
So Wrapped 2025 introduced clubs, rankings, and listening age, along with real world fan activations. Whatever that is.
What does that mean?
Continuing Spotify's push to make itself the social home for listening music and podcasts. Because remember, I've always said they've always been trying to take over shit for a while. But whatever. But
yeah.
So there's some predictions here. And what we probably see, what we're gonna be next. I don't know. Because I feel like there's gonna just be more AI use and stuff for that. And AI has definitely been helping out a lot of the way like that's why I'm seeing more and more people launch video podcasts and stuff for that. It's becoming easier, but not less expensive.
I mean, as technology progresses, it's gonna just become easier and easier until literally you just press one button and all of a sudden you have a freaking podcast studio pops up in front of you and just go in there and talk.
Exactly. Like I've seen people build out vans as a podcast studio and like, oh, I'll drive to you and you just come and record.
That's crazy.
And it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like,
and that's different too. It's like I think that's a really good appeal right there.
Right, because technically you lock the van. I mean, it's kind of weird. You're going to this strange person's van.
Come to my van if you want to make a podcast.
You want to see a podcast? I think that I would say prediction wise, I would say like I would probably think 4K will probably become a little bit more
standard
in going forward. because because I feel like a lot of podcast stuff kind of follow the trends of like video gaming stuff. Like they kind of like, oh yeah, I know we can do that, but not right now with a lot of, because the computer stuff you need, the storage and stuff you would need and whatnot, not great right now. Very expensive. Tariffs. It's like, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. But I would think 1080p, completely fine. At least you can see people and hear people. That's really what it is. I think that, like I said, we're going to see way more independent media kind of pop up out of nowhere because, like I said, it's getting a lot easier. Whereas quality is concerned, it's the same rule, right? It's like, oh, just do it.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Put it out there, just be consistent. You get better as you do it.
Yeah, it just takes time and whatnot.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I feel like if Spotify is going in the way they're going, they might become the go-to for everything podcast. They might become that. But I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens with that. I do like the fact that you can just upload videos, so that's really cool. But you have any predictions?
I am, well, you know me, I'm all about the camera side. So I think the Sony a7V is going to take up a lot of people's wallets.
Time to go into debt.
Like, yeah, if you see me in the corner, don't say nothing. Just support my OnlyFans link because I got to be out there to get this camera, bro.
All right, cool.
And we got some more lenses coming around. A lot of these prime lenses from these third-party brands actually have been taking over. Viltrox has been pushing out a lot of good quality lenses that are really not expensive. Like, they're cheap basically, but they're delivering, I want to say 80 to 90% of the quality of the higher Sigma, Tamron, and G Master lenses. So I think
it's a lot of people, that's good enough.
For me, bro.
You see what I mean? Because even for people who are starting podcasts and stuff, it was like, well, I don't need Sigma. I can just get that.
I can
it
get
still looks good.
Mikey lens or a Viltrox lens or a Serial lens. Like, all these other brands that you normally wouldn't think will be that good.
Yeah.
Samyang, Rokinon, they're really stepping their game up. I can't wait to see what happens next year.
Yeah. So we'll see what and how all that kind of comes together there.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that. But listen, guys, if there is any production stuff you want us to deep dive into, let us know in the comments. We could talk more about it. We did not forget about that whole thing with the Rode thing and trying to figure out how to fix your audio or whatnot. But one thing we did, we concluded in our test though, we filmed it and then we stopped because it looks like it can't be done.
Wait, was this a test with the PS5?
Yeah, the PS5, and then trying to get the audio into the thing, it just wouldn't work. And
that was a whole production in itself.
It was like, what the we were trying to figure out a lot of things that it work differently on different computers. I'm like, you know what, this seems like a Rode problem, and I would say contact Rode. It needs an update. Contact Rode about that because we could not figure it out. But anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment. You find us wherever you find podcasts, we are there.
And also on Instagram.
Yeah, also on Instagram. So, check us out there.
What's the address on Instagram? So you can't just say that.
It's just at ISO Insiders.
Okay, was there a dot between ISO and Insiders?
I don't think so.
These are what people want to know.
I think it's just one word.
All right, there you go.
One big amalgamation of it. But anyway. But yes, let us know what you want us to talk about in the next one. And until then, peace.
Peace.